Good afternoon, and welcome to our sections of innovative technical tools for enhancing students' testing experiences and reducing teachers' workload. In our team, we have Ms. Ta Mai Hương and Ms. Nguyễn Văn Thịnh from Taiwan University of Economics and Business Administration, and I am Nguyễn Thùy Linh, a teacher trainer from School of Foreign Languages at Taiwan University. And in our section, we would like to share with you our experience with some tools of online testing. Hope that would help. As many of us have experienced and may agree, traditional testing methods, which relies heavily on papers and pens, is useful, is traditional, is official in many schools and universities. But many times it is considered quite time-consuming and tiring for teachers and students also. It takes a lot of time, to market, and with ICT, with educational tools, this process can be less stressful. Especially in this COVID-19 pandemic, when in many regions, many provinces, students still stay at home, studying online instead of going to school. So some, online testing system, which is user-friendly and helpful and especially free, is I think is very adequate for a small community like classes. Things like that. And in our section, we would like to share with you our experience with two tools like that, which is Testmoz, the first one, and the second one, Socrative. So first of all, let's have a look at Testmoz. Okay. Let's experience it as a student first. So firstly, let's experience Testmoz as a student and see what it has to offer us. So in your internet browser, you can type this website address, testmoz.com 104-075-48. Once you type it there on the internet address, you will see a website like this one. Okay, this is what our students will see when they take a Testmoz test. So I'm gonna type my name here. All right, and I click on Start. And here we have the test. This is a sample test that I make for our workshop. So you can see we have different kinds of exercises. Okay, and this is the one that I really like with Testmoz, which we cannot have the same function if we use Google Doc or Google Form like that. So the first kind of exercise is matching. For example, I can match the A column with the answers in B column, like this one. I just do it randomly, Okay, for example, we also have short answer exercise like this. Okay, or this is fill in the blank, more exactly filling in the blank. So I'm typing here is, for example, I leave some places, I leave some blanks empty. Okay, we can have reading exercise with open questions like this. Okay, we can have listening exercise with true false or multiple choice. And we can also have an essay writing here. We have places for essay writing. Okay, So you can see we have many different types of exercise that we can design on Testmoz, which is, I think, the very outstanding strength of Testmoz. And then once students have finished or when the time is up, the paper is submitted. Okay, here I haven't filled in some blanks and they will ask whether I want to submit with a blank for this question. And then I just click yes, because we are doing this as an example. And here we have the answers shown. Okay, so this is a kind of like experience with Testmoz as a student. Now let's see how can we design a test like this and how we manage, how we see the scores of students with Testmoz. Okay, so let's have a look at designing a test. Okay, here on the website of Testmoz, testmoz.com, you will need to make an account, which is very simple. It's very much like any other processes of making account. And with free account on Testmoz, you can still make a test with about 50 questions. And for me, I think that is enough for our institutional, for our class testing. Okay, so let's click on build a test, right? And you will see here, create a new test, a test name. Okay, for example, I will write as sample VietTESOL conference. Okay. Yep. And then I click on create. Okay. And here it shows 4 steps relating to a test on Testmoz. So to save sometimes typing, because we just have limited time, I'm showing you how I have created the sample test that we have just experienced using Testmoz. Okay? So once you create a test with a name, then we will come to the 4 steps here. The first one, adjust settings. We will have all the settings for our test here, like the test names and the introduction, which will appear at the beginning, at the top of the test. Anything that you want to show our students before they do the real test will show here. We have different color scheme, okay, different colors. We have the setting, whether you want all the questions to be on the same page or one question per page, whether you want to make the question randomly appear or you want to allow them to submit with blank answer, or you want them to fill in all the blanks before submitting, then you can adjust here. Okay, this is the conclusion text which you want to tell the students, then you can type it here. When they finish the test, they will see that. If you want them to see the scores, if they want them to see the correct answers with explanation, then put a tick here, and all your explanation or correct answer will show up once students do the test. Okay, once they finish the test. Here is the access control, whether you want anyone with the link can access the test, or you just want the students in your class or at some times can access it, then you can choose anyone with a passcode. You can even enter their names here, unique identifier, and you enter the name, and only when the student enter the correct name, connect a correct identifier, then they can do the test. Here we have the timing, okay, how many minutes or how many times can they take the test, can they redo it or not? So you can adjust it here. Okay, and notification. Once you have finished with these settings, click on Save, and we will come to the test designing. Okay. All right. That's it. So in questions, so this is the sample test that I showed you, huh? We have the functions for designing all kinds of exercises. As you can see here, we have graded and we have ungraded exercises. If you are doing that test for scoring, for marking, then click on graded one. And if that is a kind like exercising, just a check, then you can choose ungraded. And we have many different kinds of exercises: multiple choice, multiple response, true false, fill in the blank, matching or ordering, numeric short answers, essay, file, upload, where students can upload their file. Okay, and this is where I designed the sample test that you have just seen. We have matching here. Okay, and you can have points for that. You can choose to shuffle during the test, or you can pin it so that the order of the question will not be shuffled randomly. It will be appear exactly like the way you want them to appear, like this. Okay, so this is matching exercise. Here we have, okay, you can see fill in the blank exercise. All right, you can choose any kind of exercise and then you can write your answers there. Okay, here we have a text. Okay, this is just a text. Okay, and then you can write a question down there. You can choose what kind of exercise and then you can write question. This is short answer. Okay, short answers. This is listening file, and then you can have true, false, or multiple choice. Okay, and we can also ask students to write, and you can choose essay here. There will be places for our students to write their essay, their paragraphs. Once you finish that with all the type of exercises, the question written there, and the points, then you can click Save, right? And we come to Publish. Okay, here you can see the link, right? Once you choose to open or schedule it, then the link will be effective. You just need to send your students the link, right, like this one, and then our students can start the test. This is the website that our students will have, which is the first one that we have experienced. Okay. So once our students have finished the test, then we can see the results here. In result, this is where you can see the results of your students doing the test with many details, like the scores, the date they start, the time they start, the time they finish, how many answers, which answers they have correct, which they have incorrect. And when you click on the students, you will see the whole answers that they have. Okay, and you can mark even the essay here also. All right, so this is our experience with Testmoz, and I myself find Testmoz a very useful and friendly tools for making a test for small class. And so we have experienced making a test with Testmoz, how to create a test, how to deliver it, and how to check results with Testmoz. I myself feel this is a simple and user-friendly and effective way to do tests online. And actually, in our school, in our faculty, we have tried Testmoz during our final exams last semester, and it works well. What I like most about this one is the variety of exercise types, of test types that we can have. We have many different kinds of exercise, which I couldn't find in Google Form or some other test tool. This is a quick look with Testmoz, and I hope that you find it interesting and you may want to try it with your class in a very near future. And to continue, Ms. Mai Hương from University of Economics and Business Administration in Thái Nguyên will introduce you with Socrates, which is also a popular and useful tools in doing tests online. Okay, so I will leave the floor to you, Ms. Mai Hương.